Hey everyone, it is DandyDrew, and I am back. Had a really nice vacation, had a great time, and I'm back on the grind. I needed just a few days just to kind of reset, get some things in order. And I was also having some issues with reputation to the point that, you know what, I decided I'm going to start a fresh account, record the games ahead of time, and then change the name. So this account you'll see, I played a bunch of games on this account. The games are recorded. Now I've got a backlog of games that you get on a daily basis. Get excited for that. And also, at the end of this video, there is a big announcement. Please watch the video till the end. Check out the announcement. It's going to be really cool. And if you're enjoying the content, please like, please subscribe. It means so much. We're actually on our way to 4,000 subs. I can't believe it. You're all amazing. You're incredible. I'm so grateful and thankful that you're here. Without further ado, here's the gameplay. DandyDrew starting it over, but here we go. Enjoy. Hey everyone. DandyDrew, we are coming back on Hellman 1044. Nobody knows it's us. Hopefully. Anyways. Doing amazing, by the way. Hope you're doing incredible. Interesting board here. So, obviously, some big spots. 659 stand out immediately. You do have these big 694, but it is Wood Sheep. Don't know how interesting that is. 1059. Very interesting in the sense that it does pick up, one of the better wheat spots and the best brick, which I quite like that. Also wonder if someone goes like 8-10-3 left potentially, and this 8-4 could be open. Be a really nice spot. Third position should be fun here, though. We've got a few different options. Might even just be the 8-4-3 here. That's actually quite nice, picking up the ore. I think ultimately first should take 6-9-5. You're picking up the best sheep. Good wood. You don't necessarily need it. Picking up a really good ore, and then you're going to the 9-10. I don't see anybody taking 9-10. Wow. Okay. I'm also seeing this 8-4-5. Like 8-4-5, 10-8 could be also a play if they go 8-4-3. I'm actually liking that quite a bit. Sometimes you never know, though, with some of these boards. I'm really surprised, by the way, that they don't make a run for the wood port. I guess they're thinking 8-10 is on the cards, but a little optimistic, I think, there. Because even someone, like I said earlier, could go 8-10 3-point left and just argue that, hey, we picked up the best brick in the process. Also, a very interesting idea here on the way back to go 6-4-3 left. The idea is that more than likely, either the 9-2-6 or the 9-4-11 will be open. I don't hate that prospect either. Something about this 8-4-5, the more I look at it, the more I like it, and I don't think anybody's going to go... Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I like it, because the reality is what we can do is, but the question is, do they take the 8-10? Oh, it's risky. But I just think it pairs with so many things here. 6-9-12 you can play with. Obviously, we can play off the 8-3-10 here. I think we're going to get the 6-9-12, though. And the question is, do they go 6-9-12, 8-10? I don't think so. Feels losing, because then we can just go 8-10-3. Let's try it. Yeah, clearly there is a wheat problem here for fourth, but you do have the 8-4-3. And I suppose one alternative is you could go like 8-4-3, 6-9-12, point down, try to get to the sheet port. That is an idea. Don't know how much I like it. And I still like the 6-4-3 left. Some players do get really caught up in this idea of coordinated numbers, like, going on the 8s here, but I just don't see that playing that well for them. They could go 8-10, 6-9-12, or wheat sheep. Feels losing, and I just don't think for orange this is the way. I think you take the 6-9-5, and if you're calculating properly, you should see that you get the 9-10 in most cases there. Because everyone's going to get their wheat, especially fourth getting 8-4-3. I think the 4 is probably just enough wheat to incentivize them to go somewhere else on this board, even like 6-9-3. Interesting. Well, was he going to go 8-10 here? Not quite sure. Yep. So I think here we go 6-9-12. 6-4-3 is just so good. Also gives us the side-by-side points left. So let's calculate this. It's either 6-9-12 or 6-4-3. So if we go 6-4-3, orange needs sheep. So you could go something like 6-3-11, and then blue could go 6-9-12. But then we just have the entire middle of the board. Is that true? Are we just getting too fancy for our own good? Maybe. But even 6-4-3 to 9-4-11 is really strong. We can go up here, grab this. We have a road play. It just feels like a lot of people are going to be buying development cards, and it's probably not a game worth fighting. And the wheat's very tradable here. And there's just the prospect of getting either of these spots are always there for us. I kind of like it, guys. I know it looks a little bit strange. So like we're giving up the 9 or, but we're getting fast movement, we're getting space. And the thing is, blue's going to be buying development cards. Orange is going for development cards primarily. It feels good. It just really does. I don't know. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. I don't think I am. And like he's going to be clearly buying development cards and going off the sheet port. Let's just play it. Let's try something a little bit different. I think 2, giving up the 6, 9, 12. It's risky. I totally get it. But we have a clear advantage here, which is we can play for road. I don't see him anyone taking 8, 10, so we can immediately go for that, or we can go for one of the open spots here. Also, let's not forget the wood port is a thing. Might be kind of a ways out for us to get it, but it's there. Okay, we saw this. Now, he's going to need a little bit of wood and sheep. So I guess the 9, 4, 11 left could be on the play, or 3, 10, 11 right. But even then, we get 9, 6, 2, 10, 8, potentially up the wood port. I like it. And I think there's enough ore on this board to where we can maybe facilitate a few trades. We got the coordinated 8s. So this is one of the rare cases where I say just point in. Just point in. And I think what I might try to do is immediately go for the 8, 10. I think, we don't have a lot of brick. Obviously, we're on the 3. But I think getting the 3, 1 just makes our wood a little bit more flexible. And we'll probably move a lot faster to one of the open spots after we get the port. I mean, I know we will. But hopefully you kind of see my logic here. The idea is like, all these guys are playing very heavy in terms of, now there's a little bit of tension. Oh, starting 3, let's go. Let's go. The question is, do I just immediately go for the 9, 10, 2 then? I just don't think blue's going to prioritize the 8, 10. So I'm not like, there's no rush here. Oof. What a hit. What a hit. Maybe kill the sheep. He's got sheep. The wood sheep. So he's dropped his brick. Okay. Say there was a chance we get the wheat there. But what do we do here? I mean, the only concern would be like if he pulls a road builder, right? Because there's no other way for him to get over to the 8, 10 quickly. I don't see blue going over there. I'm feeling risky. It's very risky. All right, let's go to the port first. Let's go to the port. I think getting the flexibility of having our wood be able, we can 3 for 1 it. I don't think anybody's going to be coming after us on the 9, 10, 2 here. Or sorry, the 6, 9, 2. Might get smacked here by blue. Maybe. Hopefully not. I mean, the 5, I guess, a block. Oh, wow. This is fine, too, because, I don't think you should ever solo block me there, frankly. But now we get access to the 10. And I'm not going to get petty. He stole a wood. Enjoy it, brother. It's all yours. Diego has dropped the road, so let's kind of take from him there. Perfect. And now our next play is to try to get to the 9, 6, 2. Hopefully get some more 3s along the way. Let's go. Let's go. 6, 4, 3 all day. Hopefully we can get a few rolls to pad our hand. 4 and 8 just kind of hides this brick. I'm really concerned if perfect. We can just drop this all day. No issues. 3 and 8. We settle. It's great. Now green, probably the 4. If you're ever concerned about me, the 4 is not a bad block. Or the 10. Yeah, the 10 makes sense too. Probably might even hit orange because they are kind of fighting. This is the problem. This tension of going for this port, right? Because I guess you go 10, 3, 11, but now blue's going there. You're fighting for the 4, 11. It's tough. Why do you keep robbing me? Oh, the 3. The 3's off the charts. I've been doing really well with 3 recently, I guess. Rob red. Orange has to see that clearly he's contesting a spot that I think green probably feels he needs, to be frank with you. Oh, the 12. What a big roll. 3s and 12s, killing it. Yeah. And this is the thing, I think for blue, the wood port's so strong here. So let's see if we can make a deal, just straight up secure the spot. Maybe do also 2 sheep for 2 wood. There's a lot on this board. And then what we can do is we can 3 for 1. It's an interesting deal. I don't think anybody takes it. Yeah, perfect. And then we secure the 6, 9, 2. This is an interesting concept I want you guys to think about. We don't produce ore, right? But because we have the port and we have high production, one way you could look at this situation is, look how much wood we produce. We have, love this 8. We have 10 pips here because we doubled on it. 4 pips here, that's 14, and another 4, it's 18 pips. You take 18 pips of wood into a 3-1, so 18 divided by 3, and you get 6 pips. That's more potential like golden resource than an 8 or a 6, right? So effectively, we're going to use our wood now as our port fodder, as our, if we need ore, if we need to build more roads. So this is why high production can be so effective. Not to mention the fact that we also are staring at the wood port and 2 roads away. So in a way, we actually have more ore than anybody else on this board if you look at our overall wood production. The difference is okay, you can block the 8 or you can block the 9. You can't really stop the wood from coming in. Yeah, this is fine. Now, I think one thing you could make the case for that we're not doing well is we're not pacing that great. But this is just where we're at. Like, it's a kind of setup that you need speed a little bit. You need to kind of get ahead because if you're not going to get army, and I think we're getting road, that's pretty good for us. Oof, nice block. Yeah, so now we also have the 10, so it's like the 8 block's not effective. Honestly, you could make a case to say, hey, we'll block the 3. Just doesn't look good. Doesn't feel good. Let's take this deal. I think this is a great deal for us. And frankly, I think what he's going to do is probably take the road settle on the port here. Yeah, I mean, that's the only situation where green would give that trade to me. And it's good because now orange has been hurt a little bit. Green is really not in a strong position. And blue is, well, they're trying things, that's for sure. All right. Hopefully they don't... Oh. Here's the bitterness. I mean, I don't think that's cool, personally. So what do we do here? I think we'll buy development card. I think the protection's good. Of course, we could start to port for things like an ore and try to build a city, but I think just having a 9 in our back pocket to protect our hexes, and the production will come in. I think it's just good to do. And a victory point is just stellar. Absolutely amazing for us. And that actually fundamentally changes our game. Look at this. Look at this. Because now what we can do is we can get city, 5 settles, longest road, and we win. It's just kind of like a very straightforward game. I think a lot of people would do 5, 4, 8, 6, 9, 12. But this setup is just so good. Just so good. And I wonder if there's going to be some pettiness involved. And you can't stop the wood production, right? Now, I do think we've actually got a potential trade here with green. He needs the wheat. His hand's kind of flooded. And one thing we can do is we can ramp it up and try to make it look a little bit more attractive. Honestly, it's a good deal for us. And then alternatively, we can do something like this for this and then port the wood. That's not bad either. I'll do it. I think buying a development card. Another victory point. All right. It's getting only sweeter and sweeter for us, honestly. Oh, wow. I think if I get a 3, I will port the sheep and road, secure the 5 too. That puts us at 7, longest road. And then it's really just the city at that point. You can even go 8-3 if you want, road. I think the wood port is just sayonara. Nice. Okay. Yeah, obviously we gave them the wheat for this city. So I'm in full understanding that is what I have done. Let's keep the wheat. We've got a lot of wood. Also probably worth keeping the sheep too. But I think the wheat will get blocked here. Oh, well, I wasn't wrong. The wheat will get blocked here. Just not the right wheat. Wow. Okay. I think what we do is we drop this road. It's risky. Very risky. Because like now a 9 and a 10, we just get plowed to death. A year of plenty would do it. Okay. Surprising blue is not... Okay, now we're forced to drop this road. Is there any world where we get something like this? Otherwise, I think we're just going to port the wood. And I'm targeting blue because the 10 has rolled. So one alternative play is we could actually do wheat for ore. Looking at green, I think he might have 1. And his wheat's blocked. He might feel enticed to take it. So let's port the wood. We're just going to drop. Secure this spot. Settles for 7. Longest road for 9. And then it's really just however we want to get those final points, I suppose. And it's nice too because it's almost near impossible to break our longest road. Yeah, we take this all day. Blue should never give this to us, but you know, is what it is. Yep. And now any of our wood rolls, there you go. And at this point, it's just a formality. I mean, we should be able to clean this up, I think, pretty effectively. It feels like the table's a little bit apathetic. You know, a little bit of petty play going on. I don't really get the sense that people are understanding the threats that are involved right now. But, you know, that's, I guess, our advantage, if anything. And now every 6 is a free card. So really, the fastest way to do this is just city and road. So effectively, we're going to have to get 7 cards. You know, 5 for the city, 2 for road. Call it a day. And even if blue decides to take road, or however they want to do this, no big deal. Not a problem to us. So I think it's just a holding game now. Like, we don't have to freak out. One thing, blue could connect this way, but ultimately we can connect this way, which is really nice for us. Oh, no. This looks like a road this way, potentially. Or maybe just drop 1 road here. Probably the smartest play for him. Oh. Interesting. Cool. It does make our life a little bit more annoying. Yeah, you should never put on the 8 there. It's fine. Alternatively, we could also buy a development card. Honestly, I think we just port for an ore and we pass. Like, we could buy a dev. Might be a knight. Another VP would be sick. We're also in risk of going over. The hold's not bad either. Like, we've got a lot of ways to kind of clean this up. Like, I wonder if this is ever a thing. It's a funny trade. It's a really funny trade. Wow, okay. And that should more or less be the game. And I'm doing this just because, A, now the 6 is ridiculous. Yeah, perfect. And now the 3's winning. I mean, we had the win in our hand, right? Another 6 gives us 2 roads. That's one of those moments you just have to see the board, right? You have to see the board, see what's out there, and just kind of try to get creative with some trades. And no one's close. Like, green can connect for road. Not a problem. Like, we just dropped 2 roads, which we should be able to do pretty easily. That gives us 8 roads. Still have the win. Hopefully blue should see it. They need to drop a road here. This gives us 2 roads, so we'll take it. Wow. It's funny. It's funny how, you know, you go from game to game, how things can just be wacky or different. That's fine. All right, GG. Yeah. And we'll do it for effect. We'll connect from the bottom here. GG. All right, guys, there you go. Look at that. We got the first victory. It was a blowout. Awesome stuff. You know, look, to these players, they didn't seem very strong. They didn't seem very kind of in tune with the game. And sometimes that happens. Those are the moments that you have to kind of really step up and take advantage of the situation and say, like, okay, I'm just a better player. I just need to outplay the board. We did get very lucky. I think the 3 was very nice for us. Yeah, just kind of the low numbers kind of coming in, you know, the variance kind of swinging in a favorable way for us in particular. Yeah, I mean, 2 development cards, 2 victory points. That's also really nice. Resource stats. Yeah, wild stuff, guys. Wild stuff. I still think even without, like, let's say we pull knights. I mean, there's actually a case here where we can just gun for army. I actually really think that. If we pull 2 knights and then we're applying pressure, let's say, on orange in particular, just smacking orange's 9, then what most likely happens is, in the long run, I think we'll get army and win that game. So what are you going to do? Yeah, I think we had a really good game plan. And I'd be curious to know in the chat, what would you have done as the first pick? And then knowing that we took the 8-4-5, would you have gone 6-9-12? And look, you could win that game. You could play a really optimized or weak sheep. But I think you also have to see the power of the 6-4-3 and how it takes advantage of the board. I think you can make the case that, sure, the 3s did high roll and that played in our favor. Certainly did. But at the same time, like, we just have a strong setup. Like I said to you earlier, something you got to keep in mind is this concept of using a 3-1 port and taking a resource in high supply and really cranking out. Like, and that's what the wood was. I think we also made the right call earlier by going straight for the 3-1. The reality is I don't think blue, unless they pull road builder, but they're not buying development cards. That's the thing. Unless they pull the road builder, that's their only real way to get the 962, or they trade for it. It seemed like the board probably wasn't going to be trading away brick. I mean, we have a 12 here. So I think the syntax or the order was correct to go 810 first, get the flexibility, secure another wheat spot. So if the 8 gets blocked, the 10's available to us. And then from there, we can go 962 and then kind of pivot however we wish. Ultimately, I'm pretty happy about this. These are the setups that I love. You give me a setup like this where I get space, I get production, I get the flexibility of a great port. It's a wonderful decision. So, and you can see, like, we didn't have war, we crushed. Little lucky, but we still crushed. So everyone, really appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed that game. Just go through some of the stats here real quick. You can kind of look at them at your leisure. Thank you so much. The channel's been growing. We've been absolutely crushing it, from the sub side to the comments. You guys are doing awesome. So please don't stop. Keep showing the love. Dandy here. I am out, and I will see you next game. Thank you very much. You take care. All right. I said there was going to be an announcement, and here it is. Here's the thing. I've been getting a lot of messages saying, hey, Drew, do you play viewer games? Drew, do you have a Discord? You know, how can we interact with you and potentially play games with you? I said, you know what? Give me a minute. What I've decided to do, not only have I created a Discord, I've gone even better than that, which is I've created a Discord with Delighted. So moving forward, we are going to have the Catan strategy Discord, which we will be inviting everyone to starting today. The link is in the description for anyone who has Discord, who has interest in joining. We expect there to be a lot of people involved with this. A lot of content will be pushed out. We'll be doing viewer games on a weekly basis. It's going to be a great environment. So I'm very excited to make that announcement and really share that with you. For those who've been asking about viewer games, or those asking on Discord, or those who are just curious and want to check it out, check out the link in the description, give it a click, and I'll be there. I'll be happy to say hi to everyone that comes in and answer any questions. That's it. That's the announcement. Thank you so much again. Enjoy it, and I will see you on Discord. Thank you.